How do you do, G-Pod crew? It's your nutty buddy Putty here. And today we are talking about Silent Hill. Do you not know what Silent Hill is? I know what Silent Hill is. Some people know what Silent Hill is. Think of it as, in my eyes, the cooler Resident Evil. Depends on how you feel. But of course, we have right. So I think well for me, it's showing that you're over here, JD. So you're right here. So JD is here to my right, left, whatever. If you're looking at the screen, it's left, and then you go down this way, and you'll
Cowboy
see
Bebop, baby.
gorillas. No, I know
No, it's Cowboy Bebop.
No, I get it, but it's a gorilla style. You got to admit, it's gorilla style. Anyway, Campo. Again, in the description, links to both of them and everything. But we were talking about Silent Hill. So it was like 3 or 4 days ago, they actually announced a ton of Silent Hill. They had like a Silent Hill like thing on IGN that was huge, where they showed, they made a big deal out of it, but then it was like half of it was just, the countdown. It's so weird. But anyway, basically it was a special where they talked about the new Silent Hill games. They're remaking Silent Hill 2 exclusively PlayStation, which I'm kind of happy to have that. I know.
No, it's not.
Wait, did they change it? I thought it was exclusive PlayStation.
It's going to be on PC.
Oh, well, okay.
And on Xbox.
Okay, never mind then. Why did they make a big deal out of it? Anyway,
I don't know, but PlayStation does that.
Well, yeah, exactly. But we are still getting it. I will be replaying it. It's going to be awesome. We'll go back to that and talk about our memories and everything, because I feel like that's the one that's going to energize us and thinking about it. So what I figured is we had 2 trailers or 2 teasers for both Townfall and, of course, for Ascension. Now, I don't know. Some of these people, I don't know who they are and what they do, but they don't really sound like there's too much outside of some of them are talking about leading something down a different road of like what the way Silent Hill should be. Like, before we get into the actual trailers we saw, did anything for you guys as far as the teasers even?
Yeah, well, I'll talk.
Yeah,
sure.
Number one, I just want to say congratulations to Konami, because we literally did a whole video where the whole topic got skewed and ended up talking about how Konami and Capcom are just wasting their IPs. And you know what? You didn't just go all in one time. You went in 4 times. Congratulations. This is amazing. I'm so happy you finally decided to do this, because it's very smart. Every single one of the games looks like it has the best graphics I've ever seen in my life. And,
but it said alpha footage, so I'm going to...
Hey, let me enjoy it.
All right. They said you're going to need a beefy graphics card to play it on PC.
Well, I'm glad for that, because here's my thing. Before we get into the other things, the teasers really didn't bring too much, but it was more the excitement of what was explained or what like the thematics. Because the reason I wanted to lead into this is because we have the real trailer I feel like we got of anything new would have been Silent Hill F. It was the one that we ended up getting more flavor to it and understanding. Like it feels like it's going more of let's use something beautiful and make it scary, and it feels like it's gonna do that. Like it fits in a way that Silent Hill was, but it's with like plants and everything, it could be a very creepy atmosphere, but you got to pull it off right. And Japan
Yeah.
feels like the right spot where they're basing it. It sounds like the right spot, like rural Japan. It feels like it. What do you guys think?
I think the graphics look amazing.
Yeah. It looks F. I think it could stand because they did show a lot of plants, flora, fauna.
Yep. And see,
I think this is just.
Good.
I want to see what's going to happen before I speculate, because for me, does it look really good? Yeah, it looks fantastic. Does it give us hints at what it could be? No, it absolutely does not. It seems like they're a way to take this franchise in a new direction, but it also at the same time seems like you're making a new game that might be similar, and you just slapped the name Silent Hill on it, which is what maybe might be happening. But like I said, until I can see more, I'm not going to speculate on that.
The only thing I'll speculate on maybe is the fact that this maybe could be how the town of Silent Hill got cursed in the first place.
Yes, this could be a precursor to everything.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'll speculate on. But it looks fantastic, the trailer. The only thing I get too much of a Last of Us vibe, and as we all know, I ain't the biggest fan of those games.
Well, this going back to what Campbell also said, the whole thing about it being like the origin of it and everything, it makes sense too, because then maybe it's more about the world around you that is because think about it, in the original Silent Hills, they used a lot of metal aesthetics. The area if it had metal, it used it as its foundation. So maybe that's the reason why the plant thing works, because it's the first time it's using that as an idea, but then later the rust comes along.
If you see a lot of the movies and the games when you played them, it's always very foggy with like these spores like in the air, like pollen. So maybe this whole thing started from plants. From like an infectious type of plant, right?
Yeah, I could totally see that.
Hey,
but they did say the fog originally was because they couldn't render the entire scene.
I mean,
it
it's become an element of the game now, right?
Yep. All right. Oh, and see that you actually did, Campbell. You just led into something else, so I feel like it's a good lead. You had said something about like the movies, and here's my thing. I don't know if when they had the conversation and did some video, the one thing I wanted to pluck from it was if. In my head, I was like, are they maybe trying to do a universe that's multi to the movies and games? Because if so, that would be a smart idea, because they're bringing in the movie into this a lot in that way. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like they're trying to make something into it. The first Silent Hill movie, I actually liked it, but I didn't think it was great. I just feel like it was a better rendition of a gaming movie than a lot of other movies before that, like Resident Evil or anything. I feel like it had at least a lot of the elements I liked about it, as far as
at least it wasn't Yue Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
I genuinely think Silent Hill is a good movie.
Yeah. And see, that's my point, though. That's why I'm excited they brought the same people back and they're doing this one. But if they're working with them, that possibly could mean we could.
I want this to be a show. I want the characters to be very, very overly developed. I don't want to go into a movie where you're going to give me some nostalgia. You're going to do some dumb thing. There's going to be a sky beam and like a zombie. Like, no, just really drag it out. That's what I really want. But we're not getting that. No. But am I going to take the movie? Of course I'm going to take it.
Of course. Well, again, like I said, that was one thing I was excited about, just because they brought in the other guy and brought him into the development, which felt like bringing him into this with the developers means that they may have a hand in it, and that may be good if they're true Silent Hill people. Though that's the thing I'm worried about. Through all this development, are any of these people like true hardcore fans, or they're just like, we're doing it?
I would assume by now they would be.
I hope.
Like in 2022. All these people in the industry are gamers that grew up gaming and stuff like that.
Well, think about it. Yes, the Silent Hill franchise is what 22 years.
You're going to get a lot of people in their late 30s that this was the game that they were playing. You know what I mean? So I think it's more plausible than the other game. When the other game came out, that was just a corporation being like, "Aha, this game, buy, make movie."
Yeah,
I picture corporations as cavemen.
Well, again, Campo is so great with the lead-ins, because then we talk about the old games, and they're now remaking Silent Hill 2.
Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready. Mary?
And this is the one I'm super excited about because it was one of my favorite Silent Hills. You know what I mean? Like in my eyes, I think it might have been one of the best. Like I like the first one because it's the original, but this one just
Silent Hill 2 is probably the best one.
yeah.
But
this
I
one,
wonder why they skipped 1 and just went straight to 2.
I think the popularity. I feel like that's what it is. I feel like it has more fan base.
Didn't
like
they
this one better.
remake part 1 already?
No, they just re-released it.
They remastered it. There was
Yeah.
a Silent Hill collection. I remember I had it on the Xbox 360.
But I mean, okay, so maybe the plan is to start with the popular one, see what happens, and then maybe they're going to.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like what they did with Resident Evil. They started with Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, well, no.
Then they
one
did
wants
3 and now 4.
Let's be honest. When you're talking Resident Evils, you want to play 2, 3, 4, and you don't really want to play 1.
But you know what? I still want Code Veronica.
Well, of course, I want Code Veronica, the most frustrating game I've ever played in my life.
I like Code Veronica. The difference about what makes Resident Evil and Silent Hill has been great to me because you have one that has the more tactical advantage. I feel like where it has more battle. While this one you have to conserve your ammo when it comes to Silent Hill games. You know what I mean? And that's why I like.
Have you played Resident Evil? You
Well,
need to hold on to your bullets forever.
But if you think about it, I don't know if you guys have gone through some of like how you have to get all the alternate endings and all that kind of stuff. Some of them you can't. Some of them, if you go through them, you don't get the ammo you need as well too. So it makes it difficult because you want to get those multiple endings.
I don't think that's a differentiating factor. I think Silent Hill is much more cinematic.
Well, of course,
I think that Resident Evil is much more action based
Oriented, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Silent Hill is the true survival horror. You have to run away more than anything. You can't defeat them, right? Like going back to what you're saying about Silent Hill 2, there was no way to defeat the Pyramid Head, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
Okay, well, here let me get this out of the way. Number 1, this looks like the best game. So out of all of them,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
The graphics are better than the last one, which already had me at a point like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
I really am excited to just play this game. I haven't played any Silent Hill game for 20 years. So
basically since the last time 2 came out.
Yeah.
It's like on PlayStation 2 or whatever it was on. And so I'm excited to play it. It looks really good. One thing, this is my big thing, the Pyramid Head looks trash. And
yeah,
his movement doesn't feel like it has any weight to it.
He looks like a thick boy with those arms.
The trailer, everything, the movement, everything felt like it had like this cinematic quality, like a lot of weight to it. And then the Pyramid head comes on and there's like no sound. He's not making any noise walking or moving. Like he's supposed to be massive, right?
The only thing the thing I remember too, sorry, about Pyramid Head was like he was slow and lumbering and he used to carry that blade behind him, right?
He created so much noise as
because that was where the metal would stick too that were great because they'd be like shink.
Yeah.
and you hear that music, like there was a music. There's like that
And you
grinding,
can hear
like
his
that.
footsteps, and like
Yeah.
I don't like the way the one side of the pyramid head looked.
But well, to cap on what you're saying there, Campo. The thing is, I think maybe they did that. They wanted to get that tension in the actual game. I'm hoping it's there in the actual game, and they just didn't allow that, because you gotta remember that is a classic sound. Like, everyone has their sounds. That sound of that whole blade and that grinding music is so iconic. I remember when I first
He
heard
doesn't
that,
even
I
have
freaked
the
out.
sword in that scene.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
I akin it to go back to Resident Evil. It's like when you first encounter Mr. X in Resident Evil, or you first encounter the
Mr.
Tyrant.
X.
Yeah,
Mr. X. That's a big, good comparison. Another one too is Nemesis. When you first get those little glimpses of Nemesis. Yep. Pyramid Head is an important character in pop culture, and
very iconic.
I just, for how amazing everything looked, like, once again, we don't have a lot to look at.
Yeah.
But for how amazing everything in this trailer looked, just to have that one thing, I was like, oh man, you let it go right here. You could have gave me something. You could have just made the screen go black and made the noise, and then Silent Hill 2 comes on the screen, and I would have been like, okay.
Well,
they didn't even need to reveal Pyramid Head, I don't think.
I agree.
Well, here's hoping maybe they fix it a little bit when it comes to the whole thing. You never know. I mean, here's my thing. This whole thing was exciting because for me, when I found out, I literally had to wait till I had to hold back from watching anything. I wanted to get home and enjoy it, but I didn't really get that first moment glimpse. But it was just nice to know that they're actually showing love. And I feel like and I'll be honest with you, I feel like this is also a quick answer for them to Kojima, because he announced that one game, and he's been if you follow his Twitter, he's been hinting at it, that kind of thing. And I feel like maybe Konami is we need to get stuff out there and show them.
I genuinely think this is.
But
Konami
isn't Kojima working with Microsoft or something?
Yeah.
But
this is them, Konami, realizing that they're falling behind.
Yeah.
They have all these powerful IPs; they're not using them.
They can't invest all their money in pachinko machines.
Exactly.
Right.
They were like, "This is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to drop 4 titles at once, and a movie on our one of our biggest franchises alone. Just that.
Yeah.
And if this does good, we're going to start doing this to everything, which I think is smart, because Silent Hill, these games are all going to do well. I can, just from the little glimpses we got, I cannot see any of these things.
People are going to eat this up.
Yeah.
I'm literally making a video about it just because I can't wait for every single one of these.
You know what they can bring back too? Bring back Bomberman. Konami owns Bomberman, right? Can you imagine Bomberman?
Konami owns a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, think about now, especially with the whole battle royale being hot the way it is. Can you imagine a Bomberman battle royale?
That would be amazing. It would work too. You can make multi. You can make it like.
I would also let Nintendo use it in Smash Brothers to help heighten your popularity of your character.
Yeah,
I agree.
Absolutely, Bomberman and Smash.
Let's get Pyramid Head Smash too.
Yeah. You just obliterate everybody.
But either way, I'm excited for all this. Is there anything else you guys have on to add? I know I'm just excited. Silent Hill 2 is probably the biggest one. I will say F, but I don't know. Again, these other two really look good. As far as
Ascension looks different. I kind of like the way that looks too.
Okay, what do the next one? What's the next one?
Well, the only two we have is we had Ascension, and then we have Townfall. Townfall.
Why are you here? No, in this place. Why are you here? You're to be punished. That's good, I like it. You know what, I think you're right. I think we've done something so awful. We are stuck here in this place, being judged by these people. But for you, I think it's more than that. I think you're here for some other reason. And I don't want to be anywhere near you when you figure that out.
Townfall. No, Townfall. I can't remember exactly what was in Townfall, but
that was just the one with the radio and the speaking over the radio.
Yeah, so that one, they didn't give us barely anything, so I'm not even sure what to expect from that.
I'm just hoping it's not a phone game, a mobile game.
makes sense.
It might not be, but it might be one of those lower tier. Who knows? It might be a game based like the Friday the 13th game, where it's like everybody in like an open world trying to survive.
Okay.
But the what was the other one that's like bring your friends?
Ascension. Okay, so Ascension was the one that that had like the whole they used it as a social media or like the texting aspect.
Yeah, the
They really-
texting apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I guess they're trying to modernize Silent Hill, which if they do it properly, it could. Cause you got
I think they're gonna make a like RPG MMO type game. I think that's what that's gonna go for.
I would be down. See, here's my thing. I would be down with it, but here's the thing: if they do that, they need to keep the puzzle element of what makes Silent Hill so great in there. And I would love to be able to work with people, but it's
Speculation
like-
online, they're saying it's kind of Silent Hill meets The Witness kind of thing.
which that would be. I love The Witness. Oh my god, I love The Witness. So if it is right there, I will say this: I will stop Fortnite until I can get every single ending for that game. That's literally how much I would play that, because The Witness, I love The Witness. And
Yeah.
there's a goofy game Witness now. There's a one that's making a joke off The Witness. I can't remember what it is, but you using that keyword for me was huge because I did videos and beat that whole game, loving that game. I still haven't found some of the puzzles in the sky, but imagining that being a Silent Hill way, that would keep you off guard because you're looking for stuff and then something jumps in your face would just would
Yeah,
add to
it could
you know what I mean?
could work in the Silent Hill
Mhm.
universe.
Well, you got me hyped about that, JD.
The only thing I'm hoping for is they keep the Shiba Inu ending in Silent Hill 2.
I agree. But either way, again, Ascension, if that is what it is, it's a multiplayer version of it, then it's gonna be something that's I think it's gonna be special if they do right. And it says Bad Robot's involved in it too. It's collaboration between Genevid, Bad Robot, JJ Abrams, and Behavior Interactive, which I don't know who that is. But
And the way that they got the way they were able to produce that many things at once was, if you notice, they're all from a different studio.
Yeah.
They hand selected 4 studios to take care of all of these
One
games.
is Blee Block or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The remake is one company. Yeah, you're right. It's all different studios doing it, all under the Konami umbrella.
well, based on this paragraph here, here's what the way it says it. It says it's a live, real-time interactive streaming series. There's no reset button, so whatever transpires in the series will be canon forever. It sounds exciting. Of course, they go on there.
So that's like Undertale.
Yeah, and
Whatever
see-
happens, I don't know if any of you guys played Undertale, but that's what happens. If in Undertale, if you reset the game remembers that you reset it and it knows you're cheating.
Mm-hmm. Which is good for that whole game.
Wow.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's gonna really pull you out of. It's also like, what was it? The book club. What's the name of it? It was a
Joy
game.
Luck Club,
No. There's like
Nice.
it was a horror video game that's the
the Babysitters Club,
No.
What's with you in clubs?
the Bullet Club.
Yeah, right. That's one. But no, it was a game where basically they would actually go to your files on your computer and you actually have to like rename your files in order to add the game to continue. Like it was a crazy method they did. And if they did something like that, but used like the way real-time interactive with people worked and everything, like someone could.
Well,
see
I mean, they did that. They did something like that with Metal Gear Solid 2, the battle with Psycho Mantis.
Yep,
Remember,
yep.
it knew
And
what
you remember
games you were
Gear.
playing, and it had control. You had to actually literally unplug your controller out of the first port and put it in the second to continue the game.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. If they could go that meta, it would be fantastic. And again, that's kind of still, but I mean, they already had that. That's Kojima's baby anyway. So it's like they could implement that and do amazing with it.
They also gotta find a way to incorporate with that puzzle. They have to incorporate the Konami code in there somehow too.
I agree, 100%. But yeah,
I'll take it.
I mean, again, if Ascension's going to be that way, I'm excited for it. But again, I hope this isn't like they put a bunch of money on something, but they're not really getting it much love. Maybe with these different companies on this one, it gives it a chance
Like
to
Diablo
grow.
Immortal.
Yeah,
You guys all got phones, right?
that's
Come on.
hilarious. But anyway, what do you, is there anything else you guys can want to add? Because I know for me,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I just hope my PC doesn't melt when I try to play it.
Yeah. Like Campo just did.
Well, they were saying it's going to be on launch day. It's on PC and PS5, but eventually it's coming to the PS4, the Xbox One, the Xbox Series.
Well, at least I get to play it like early on, so that's all I'm worried about. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, Campo, anything else you want to add yourself? All right, perfect. Well, there you go, guys. That was the Silent Hill special review for Halloween. Ooh, spooky. You got more content coming along, guys. Make sure you check out their channels over here. Check out their channels over here and down here. They'll be in the description below. I know they're doing Halloween stuff. Actually,
yes, Halloween Havoc, guys.
Yes. Okay, JD, I was gonna say, what are you doing for Halloween? We'll go ahead and do some shout outs.
I've been playing the Quarry, the first. But I'll be playing it until Halloween night. The drop the final video on Halloween night, and I've been doing that. Halloween, we got the Halloween Havoc review. Go on and check that out. NXT had their premium live event. Campo and I will be doing a review of that, so go on and check that out.
There you go. And then Campo, RLG cast, anything happening Halloween related over there?
Yeah, we're doing videos.
That's a lot of information. Thank you. I appreciate it. And of course,
we're on some of them.
And of course, I will be live on Halloween. So make sure you subscribe to the channel when notices are on so you'll be ready for that day. Special event I always do every year. If you like Silent Hills, you probably also like PT. And you might want to come back on Halloween because it's special. It's something I do every year. But again, I appreciate y'all being here talking about Silent Hill. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So as always, I'm Putty, G-Pop Crew. You know what we do. Stupid videos like this about Silent Hill 2, and I try to make it rhyme. All right, I'm gonna make it go there. Anyway,
you're not supposed to tell them that.
I'll talk to y'all later.
I got a line that rhymes. Lick me where I poo.